Good morning, everyone. I'm going to go through benefits enrollment, and hopefully this will help people who have questions. It will be available on Oracle and on Tiger, and I hope that you find it helpful. So we're going to start off. You log into Oracle, and then you're going to go to your benefits tab. It's under Me, so it should be the default when you log in. So we're going to click on benefits, and then you can see here 28 days remaining. We have changes until November 18th. So if you make a selection and then before November 18th you want to change it, you can. We're going to start off by clicking on Make Changes. So you can see I have a child and a spouse already included. If you need to add a child or a spouse, you can do that here. And remember, this is for January 1st, 2020. Once you complete putting that in, then you'll click Continue. You get this disclaimer, this HIPAA disclaimer. You want to read it and accept. And then this is going to move you into the benefits screen. So you can see here the total cost per pay period is right here. I have been in this record before already. It may say 0 for you, which is normal. So you can scroll down. You can see we have medical. So when I use the scroll on my mouse and I scroll down, it'll skip over dental. So you want to be careful of that and use your scroll bar over on the right side of the screen. So you can see currently I have Aetna Choice with the $500 deductible. All three, the employee, the spouse, and the child, are covered. Dental is waived, vision is waived. So you can kind of see like where you're starting out at. So I'm going to go up to the top and I want to edit my medical coverage. So I'm going to edit. And that will bring you into this screen, and you can see you have the Aetna 1000. If you click on this, it will bring up the PDF so that you can see what the summary of benefits is, and you'll have more information to go by. And that's available for all the medical plans. And you can see there's an annual employee amount and then the per pay period amount. So this is the little checkbox right here. So if I scroll down, the Aetna 500, you can see this is the Aetna 500 right here. And as I scroll, those are my choices: employee only, employee plus spouse, employee plus children, and employee plus family. So I'm going to keep it on employee plus family. I do not have Kaiser available to this employee because they do not reside in the Denver area. So I'm going to click Continue when I'm done making changes. And then I'm going to go to dental. I'm going to elect all coverages today because I want to demonstrate all of them to you. So we're going to do employee plus family. So we have Delta Dental Colorado PPO. So this is in-network only, and you can see the premium is much less than the Premier, which allows you to go out of network. So you can see the weekly cost there. The summary of benefits is available by clicking on See More Info. This one happened to download, and hopefully it appears in the lower left of the screen. You click on it and it will open up and give you your benefit coverages. So I'm going to choose employee plus family, and I need to designate dependents. So you can see down here, who do you want to cover? And the spouse and the child are not selected, so you have to select them. And then click OK. If your child is over 26 and listed, you will not be able to enroll them, just so you know that. If you have a child that is has special needs and should be covered, you would need to contact Beverly or Nancy or myself. So I have elected the employee plus family for dental. And I believe that that's all I can do dental. Okay. So I'm going to click Continue. And then vision, so I'm going to edit. Here's the edit button. It's very faint on some monitors and more visible on other monitors. So I'm going to choose employee plus family for vision. Just know that I could choose employee only or employee plus spouse or employee plus children, depending on who would need eye exams. So I'm going to now cover my child and my spouse and click OK. And then I'm going to go to continue. So now I've done medical, dental, and vision, and I'm going to look into flexible spending. So flexible spending is tax-free. It is your money. It's deducted from your paycheck. The maximum that you can elect for medical is $2,700 for the year. I am going to elect it. And then the amount that I'm going to have, oh look, nope, I don't want that. I'm going to cancel that. Somehow I got into employee life. I'm going to click continue, and then I can go back. It'll take me back to the home page. So flexible spending, edit. So right here. And it's kind of good for you to see how to get out of it. Don't cancel. You can go back in, but it'll take you out of open enrollment. So just click continue. It'll take you back to your elections, and then you can make elections. So I'm going to choose the flexible spending account for healthcare. That covers out-of-pocket expenses for all your medical, dental, and vision. It includes out-of-pocket for glasses, prescriptions. There's also some over-the-counter items you can purchase. And there's a great website called fsastore.com, and all the items in there are FSA approved. So I'm going to choose $2,500, and you can see here the pay per period is going to deduct this much. So you can kind of play around with it. I'm going to put 1,000 in, and it'll show you the new amount. Okay. So also dependent daycare FSAs for child care. So if you have a child that goes to a daycare center or has a babysitter that reports their earnings to the IRS, you can use this money tax-free to pay for those expenses. So now I've done my flexible spending, and I'm going to keep scrolling down. So you should have medical, then dental, then vision, then flexible spending. So sometimes when you click continue, it'll take you back to the middle of the screen. So you can always scroll up or down to make sure that you've covered all the benefit elections. So the next election is going to be basic employee life, and we pay for that. You don't pay for that. So you can see that elect is the only option because we do cover that expense for $15,000, and the employer covers the cost of that. You can also choose dependent life. If you choose basic dependent life, you can get more info by clicking on the link. The amount is set. You can't change the amount on basic. There is a small cost. So then I'm going to click continue. Long-term disability. I want to elect long-term disability this year, so I'm going to click on that. And it's set. So your election is based on your base wages, and so if you feel that it should be about 60% of your salary for 2018, so if you feel like this number's off, you should contact a member of the HR team. So here I am. So I'm going to scroll down, make sure I've got everything covered here. I don't have any beneficiaries. I can go elect beneficiaries, and I'll show you how to do that later. You can see there's these little arrows, and you can click on that and you'll get the details. So supplemental life insurance and AFLAC. So this year we have group AFLAC coverage, and for the most part the premium does calculate on this page. There is one benefit where it won't calculate until we submit, and we haven't figured a way around that based on the math that's involved. So you can see here, you can choose additional life insurance for yourself, additional life insurance for your spouse or your child, and you can also do accidental death and dismemberment coverage. So you're going to click edit. You can see tobacco status is not set. You should. So this is a great example of when you get loaded into the middle of the page. So you see it starts right here with supplemental accidental death and dismemberment, and my scroll bar right here is kind of in the middle. So you want to make sure to scroll up so that you get all of the information at the top, and you start with tobacco status. So let's say Tony is not a tobacco user, and let's see, neither is his spouse. So we're going to do both employee and spouse are not a tobacco user. And we're going to go down here, and supplemental life for the employee, we're going to elect. And you can choose $10,000 to $170,000 in coverage in increments of 10,000. So I'm going to choose 20,000. If I choose 25, I'll get an error. You can see here that this is not correct, and it will actually pop up an error message when I click OK. So you can see here beneficiaries. So we're going to do 100% for primary, and then 100% for that. So I should be good. Look, I tried to put 0 in, and apparently it's better to leave it blank, so we know that now. So I'm going to click OK. And this will calculate when I click submit. I'm not going to choose supplemental for the spouse, but let's elect for the child. And we can choose up to $10,000. So I'm going to do that. And then as far as the supplemental employee, hopefully we can get that calculation going, but you should be able to see it on your summary page. So now we're going to move into supplemental AD&D. You could see more about that by clicking on here, and then it's going to download a PDF document which you can review all the coverages. Okay? Supplemental AFLAC. So these are the new group policies. If you have an individual AFLAC policy, it will expire December 31st, 2019. You will get a letter in the mail. You should contact the AFLAC claim representative if you would rather continue your individual policy. So these are group policies. So you can see here, for the most part, you're going to have the price per pay period, and for almost everyone is actually substantially lower than what the individual policy is. So group accident, employee only. So you'll notice here that there's no link, and that's because we loaded these just recently. But the documents that give you all the information are currently on Tiger, and we're working to get them loaded into Oracle so that you could just click through and see them. So they are available for you to view if you want to get more information. Also, a member of the benefits team would be happy to send them to you via email in a PDF document. So I am going to choose employee only for all of these. Supplemental critical illness. This replaces the cancer coverage. And I'm going to choose $20,000 and click OK. So I do need to click OK. And you'll notice here it does not calculate, and we've kind of been over this and over this. And what we understand is when I click submit, it's going to calculate for me. So you will find out when I do. Supplemental group disability, so I'm going to elect that. That's your short-term disability. And then I'm going to click continue. So you see here that I have elected employee only, employee only, employee only, and then I have elected the group disability, which is also employee only. Okay. The EAP, you're automatically enrolled. You can go into the edit if you want to look at it, but you are automatically enrolled, so there's nothing to do there. All right, so I will show you, there is another place to do beneficiaries, but let's move through. So once you get everything done and you've had a chance to look through all your coverages, you can click submit. So this is my total per pay period cost. It is a hyperlink. So you can see here, this is the pre-tax, and this is the after-tax, and that's two of the AFLAC policies are after-tax. So I'm going to click submit when I'm all done. It's okay, you have until November 18th if you want to make changes. So you can see here that you do get a confirmation and that you can make changes until November 18th. This is your total cost, and then if you scroll down, you'll be able to see all your other costs. So our supplemental is still showing 0, and we'll work on that, but we can get you an estimate of your costs as well. So hopefully by the time you actually view this instructional video, this will be corrected. So this is your summary page. You're going to want to print this for your records, okay? And once you click print, you're going to go to this, and then your browser print dialog box is what you're going to be using. So you go ahead and print using your browser dialog, and then you'll get all these pages. You'll be able to print it out, okay? So I'm going to print that for my own records, and then I'm done. That's it. So again, if you want to make changes, you have the ability to do that through the entire open enrollment process. And that's it.